This is a video about a counterintuitive hunting problem, overtrying, why it's a problem and what you can do about it. I was hunting in a block of woodland in the south of England, and from a tree stand I had a narrow view down a forest track. It was dawn, slowly getting light, and as I sat there looking for deer, a hunting eureka moment was heading my way through the trees. Welcome to the Red Kettle channel. Here you get a view under the bonnet. You can see what products we're working on, and you get some ideas, tools and tips for efficient hunting. But let's get to it. Today, it's all about overtrying and what you can do about it. On the surface, hunting seems simple. You buy great gear, hunt hard, and get rewarded. But among all my hunting successes, I also have a back catalogue of failures. And that's despite dedication and hard work. Starting Red Kettle made me realize that my approach to hunting wasn't working as well as I thought. I started exploring different questions to get back on track. And one of my big questions was why hard work wasn't enough to get me across the finishing line every time. And that's an important question to me because I want to make the most of my hunting time and budget. And I believe that hunting is a force of good nature if I do my part. It's kind of ironic that when trying harder, we can be our own worst enemy. We read books like Grit and about concepts like 10,000 hours. We're fired up, we're dedicated hunters. So of course it's a logical conclusion that the key to success is hard work. But unfortunately, as I discovered, that often leads to the root cause of the problem we're talking about today, overtrying. I recently started shooting pistol again, and that's made me revisit the entire toolbox, including mental management concepts and a book by a chap called Lanny Bassam. He's an Olympic gold medalist rifle shooter, and high performers all over the world use his system. His students include people ranging from pro golfers to special forces operators. And his program is built on a foundational principle, which is the idea that working harder will often lead to failure. That's right. Hard work might be enough in a sprint or if you lift weights, but it'll work against you when skills and thinking are involved. And here's why. Trying too hard makes you focus on the outcome. And here's a critical point, you can only keep one thought in your head at the time. And if the outcome, the big buck, is on your mind, well then you won't be able to think about the task at hand. You're no longer in control of your hunting trip. Seriously, it is that bad. Fortunately, Mr. Bassam has a solution, and it's simple. The solution is to focus on the process. Focus on the steps you need to take to find and shoot the deer. Doing them well will lead to the outcome. Focus on the process will help you stay in control. The obvious place to start if you want to avoid overtrying is the actual hunting process. Step-by-step description of what you need to do to find and kill a deer. And you can add a set of principles to cover both the how and the what of hunting. I wanted more than that again. Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett's investment partner, is regarded as one of the great minds of our time. He talks about using a lattice work of models to help you acquire new knowledge, understand the situation and develop ideas. To create that lattice work, I find it helpful to add a kind of a North Star to support the hunting process and the hunting principles, to explain why I need to do something. And addressing the why of something is critical for success because it helps you understand the reason for each specific action you take. But what is the why of hunting? Back to that morning in the high seat. As I sat there scouting for deer, something occurred to me. The narrow track with walls of trees on each side was a window into the woods. My only opportunity to shoot would be if a deer stepped onto the track. So in other words, the track was my window of opportunity. As I reflected on that, I realized that hunting revolves around that window of opportunity. You work to create the window and you act to use the window. And at that moment, the window of opportunity became my hunting North Star. So let's recap. Overtrying leads to focus on the outcome. Focus on the outcome means no capacity for execution, which in turn means you lose control. Solution: Focus on the process and let the outcome happen. For my type of hunting, it means being careful and methodical in creating the window. And it means acting fast and smooth to use the window before the animal disappears. I've even defined a 3-step process to help me act fast through organization and optimization. That's another story, and I'll link to that video at the end of this one. On that morning in the woods, the window was created by careful positioning of the high seat at a spot where I knew deer would cross. At first, a group of deer crossed at full speed, no time to shoot, enough action to give me a big jolt of excitement. And later in the morning, another group came by, and one paused to orient before crossing. Frustratingly, it stood directly behind a tree, but fortunately, it took a step forward, and I was able to harvest it with a clean shot. So next time you're out, consider the window of opportunity. Ask yourself what you have to do well to create the window, and what you have to do well to use the window. Those 2 things are all that matters in the moment. Forget about the outcome. Forget about that big buck. Use the window of opportunity to stay focused and in control, so you can harvest wild meat or put a trophy on your wall. I hope this video gave you some food for thought. Let us know if you got any questions or ideas to share. Please like if you did, subscribe and switch on notifications if you'd like to hear more from us. I'll put a link to the full blog post in the description below if you want to read more. Thanks for watching.